see them. You know, the Korean men haven't had a dominant tournament in a long time where they just, all of them, I mean, World Championships last year, they had 3 of them in there. And, you know, it's good to see him come out on the World Cup again and just, you know, put 3 guys in the final. And, you know, Kim Woojin's a great shot. I've shot against him a couple times, and he's always extremely hard to beat. And then the other Kim it's the first time I've seen him this year, and he came up and actually made the Olympic team. And Kim Woojin is not on the Olympic team this time. It's him and Woojin and Kim Bubmin. So, you know, this should be a good match. You got 2 heavy hitters in here.
They absolutely do. There's a great look at Kim Woojin, ranked 2nd in the world. He's on target number 1. He dropped Dmitro Rachov 7-3 in the quarterfinals and then took Im Dong-hyun to a shoot-off before losing. Both of them were in the center ring, but Im's shot was closer to the center of the target. And so Kim Woojin settles for the bronze medal match against his teammate, Kim Bubmin, on target number 2, ranked 56th in the world. Bubmin defeated Jeff Henkels of Luxembourg in the quarterfinals 6-2, and then lost to Markian Ivashko in the semis 6-4. 21 years old. He was ranked 111th in the world going to Shanghai, but saw his ranking climb to 59th in the world after the Korean team reached the bronze medal match at stage 1 in Shanghai. So getting set for this battle for the bronze medal, 2 Koreans going at it. And there you see the quarterfinal matches.
Ukraine also had a very good showing this tournament.
As you look toward the Olympics, Brady, do you consider the Koreans to be your toughest competitors?
Yeah, they're consistently tough. I mean, Ukraine is consistently tough. And he opens with a 10. And, you know, it's just, at the games, there's not one person or one country there that's going to be tougher than any other one. Everyone wants a gold medal. And, I mean, everyone's going to fight tooth and claw for it. So it's just going to step up, and whoever shoots the best.
It's always unpredictable, maybe even a little bit more unpredictable at the Olympic Games. A lot of things can happen. So after shooting 10s to start off, Woojin has an 8. And Bubmin with a chance to take the lead, and he does with a 9.
You can see a lot of people shooting a little bit right here, so it could be that they're not getting quite as much wind down on the competition field as the practice field, which is just a little bit higher, which with the recurves, who we shoot a lot slower, could be just that little bit of right that you see in a lot of these archers.
There is quite a bit of difference between this venue and
takes a set.
The site where the eliminations were held earlier this week. It's about a mile from the beach. It's surrounded by trees, a little bit of wind, but not quite the wind conditions that you face out here on the beach.
Yeah, and even the little practice field we have here right on the beach is just, you know, it's just a little bit higher and a little more open than the final stadium, and that could be that little bit of right we're seeing too.
So 27 points in that first set for Kim Woojin, who is facing his countryman, Kim Bubmin. Bubmin medaled twice last year in China, and he scores 29 points in that first set and takes a 2-0 advantage over his countryman as they battle for the bronze. We get set for the second set. And Kim Woojin trailing in the match will shoot first on target number 1. He finished 9th in the individual competition 2 weeks ago in Shanghai at stage 1 and opens with a 9 here in the second set.
And he has a good group right there, and you can see him finally move a sight. You should get him a couple of clicks down too. It's hitting barely low.
9.
So a 9 by Bubmin and a 10 right here by Kim Woojin. Would put this match, or put the set away, and he does just that. So in workmanlike fashion, Kim Woojin right back into the match. As Bubmin shoots a 10 himself, but will fall 1 point short in the set. And so we're tied up at 2-all. So anybody's match at this point. Let's talk a little bit about London. You've been to Lord Cricket's ground. Your impressions?
It's a beautiful, beautiful venue. It's going to be a little tough, I think. Shooting conditions last year, when we went there, the way it was set up is the wind on the sides of the stadium like came crashing in, and then it was like a dome around where we were, and you could feel it sometimes, and sometimes it would be completely dead at the targets and be a torrent on us, and vice versa, and you couldn't really see it. But you know, there were so many archers that you'd watch in the matches, because you know every match there is like this. It's one by one by one, and you watch people shoot and it's calm and they look good, and they'll shoot a 6 or 7 and they don't know, and it's just the wind.
So you're gauging it by where you're starting at the shooting, standing at the shooting line, and it could be completely different 70 meters away.
Yeah, and I mean, and you can't see it because I think the wind, the way they came down, was just above where we were shooting. You know, so where the flags were, we couldn't really tell, but they have they're building grandstands in there in the stadium and stuff, so it's going to be different than when I saw it.
It's going to be a great scene there. Sell-out crowds every day. They've sold out all 63,000 tickets.
Yep, and all tied up right now.
Tied up in the match at 2-all.
And that's going to be just under it. You can see him move aside a couple clicks down there. There's a 10 to take it 1 point. Woojin's going to have to shoot a 10 here to kind of put some pressure on his teammate. Just under it.
So Bubmin can take this set.
9 or better. There's a 10.
There's a 10. He takes it 29-27. Takes the 2 points for that set. Thank you very much. And grabs a 4-2 lead in the match. So Kim Bubmin, who comes in ranked 59th in the world, taking on Kim Woojin, who is ranked 2nd in the world, and trying to pull off the upset of his countrymen right here. But again, this just attests to the depth that they have in Korea. They have a wealth of great archers.
They do. I mean, you look at their Korea business tournament that they have every year, and Korea's archery system is set up a lot like our baseball system or any of our professional sports. I mean, every business, schools, everywhere have professional teams, and all the archers get paid to go shoot.
And they're feeding into the system.
Exactly, from I mean the time they're in elementary school until the time that they shoot full time for a company, they're shooting lots and lots of arrows. I mean, it's a great system, and it shows in their shooting that, you know, they're always a tough country to beat.
Kind of surprising in Shanghai, they didn't fare as well back in China 2 weeks ago, and I know they want to make up for that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Although in team competition yesterday, the Korean men's team surprised by India.
Yep.
There have been some upsets here in Turkey this week. There's a good shot right there. So Kim Woojin with a 10. He needed that. He's trailing 4-2 in the match.
10-10.
Game on. Bubmin medaled twice last year in China, trying to break through on the Archery World Cup tour.
9.
Just out. Kim Woojin can come back and tie this match 4-4 if he shoots a 10 here. There it is.
There it is.
Good shooting.
Clutch shooting by Kim Woojin.
He's done that a couple times against me.
You don't forget that, do you?
No.
So 9 for Bubmin to finish off that set, but we're tied at 4-all. That's the one thing I've been impressed by. You guys can always remember just about every match, every arrow, every set.
Yeah, sometimes it's a curse, sometimes it's a good thing.
Let it go, huh?
Yeah, most of them you let go, but it's the ones that you lose that you're always like, ugh. No, but both these guys are shooting good. You know, I like shooting against Woojin. He's a good guy. He's funny.
So it's down to the 5th and final set again, as we're tied at 4-all. Kim Woojin, the winner of 2 gold medals at the World Championships in Torino last summer, an individual gold and a team gold medal. Also won a mixed team bronze medal here in Antalya last summer. His only World Cup gold medal was in 2010 at stage 3 in Croatia. He cannot get the gold here in Antalya, but he'd like to get that bronze.
Shooting good this match. He's got a good group. He's hanging low. He's only got 1 arrow really above the X line, and I mean that's just barely on it.
When you get into this situation, and there's a 10 for Bubmin, so we're tied, but you get into the 5th and final set and it's a tie match, would you rather shoot first?
Yeah. Always. I would always rather shoot first, I think, because you can put the pressure on the other guy a little bit better.
Now the pressure is on Woojin. As Bubmin, if he can take advantage of it right here, can grab the lead.
But then again, it goes both ways, because I also like being able to shoot the last arrow, knowing that if I shoot a 10, I could win it on the last arrow, not, all right, I could shoot it, and then you have to wait for the other guy to see if he's going to match you, and you have to shoot off, or if you actually win the match.
Bubmin's 8 really opens the door right here for Kim Woojin, who finishes strong, and that's it.
Set. Yep, takes a bronze medal. Shot very good that match.
So there's the victory for Kim Woojin, who comes through, and Woojin will get the bronze medal. And so Kim Woojin ranks 2nd in the world. Looked like he was in a little bit of trouble right there, and there's his teammate Bubmin smiling, laughing about it. Says, I almost had you. Almost had you. Then he went and shot that 8. And that really told the story of the 5th and final set. But a good back and forth seesaw match between the 2 Koreans, and it goes to Kim Woojin, who wins it 6-4. Gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here in Antalya, soaking in the sunshine and the great shooting here on the beach at the 2nd stage of the Archery World Cup. So Kim Woojin not only picks up a little bit of lira here in Turkey, he also picks up 18 World Cup points as well with that bronze medal victory. Good match, though, between the 2 Koreans. 2 of the 3 Koreans we'll see here this afternoon here in the men's recurve.